Welcome to Entrepreneurs Are Leaders podcast with Harry Sardinas. Interviews with world's most influential entrepreneurs that share tips about how to grow your business exponentially. Charismatic speaking, leadership, branding, marketing strategies designed to help you monetize your knowledge, find true happiness, and manifest your goals and dreams.
Hello, welcome to Entrepreneurs and Leaders, and today we have Michael, which is a mindset and wealth coach. So, Michael, tell us what are the 5-step secret for you to create success in your business.
Hey everybody, and thank you for having me on here, Harry.
Pleasure.
So my first 5 steps is a little unorthodox. It's actually more of a exercise and a framework that I implement with all of my clients when they start, called the C3 method. And step number 1 would be awareness. The awareness that there is a contrasting experience in your life and there's something that you want different. So for example, I didn't want to be in corporate America anymore, and I wanted to have financial freedom, and I wanted to just be completely free of the rat race. So the contrasting experience was I didn't want to be here anymore. So that was my level of awareness that I wanted to do something different and start my own business. So that's step number 1, become aware that there is a change that you want to make. Step number 2 would be clarity. Clarity is, hey, I've become aware that there is a problem in my life. There is a contrasting experience that something needs to change. I want better health. I want a loving relationship because I'm currently not in one. I would like to stop living paycheck to paycheck. So what is the clarity in that? Well, the clarity is I would like to make 6 figures or 7 figures in my business. The clarity is, okay, I would like great health, and I'm going to start exercising every single day. So first step number 1 is awareness. The second step is clarity in your purpose or your mission or what it is that you're trying to do. Third step is understanding that there will be disruption. So after you have clarity, then you need to start being prepared for the tests that are going to come your way to make sure that you're clear about what it is that you want. A lot of people like to skip this step because they're moving forward, but they're not prepared when things snag them back. So there's always a good cushion in here to prepare for the worst and get ready for the best. So once you understand that there will be tests, there will be disruptions to your clarity, then that will make you more resilient. It will make you battle ready. And the next step after that, after you become battle ready, step number 4 is now you can step into your confidence. Because after you become battle ready, after you've gone through so many trials and tribulations, now you want to start building momentum. Building momentum and gaining that confidence could be actually stepping out on that stage of 10,000 people where you weren't used to that, or you didn't think that you could do it. Putting yourself in awkward situations. If you are a content maker, you want to put more content in, go to the most public place that you can go in the middle of your city and start creating content with your camera out and just walk around. And at first, it's going to be scary. People are going to look at you and they're going to think that you're weird. But after a while, you can start creating content anywhere. So that's step number 4. It's going to give you the confidence to really turn that awareness and that clarity into action and to withstand anything with regards to your disruptions and the tests that are going to come through that I mentioned in step number 3. Step number 5 is consistency. And this is the last and final step to conscious creation or to creating any type of business that is going to be successful. It's not about what you do. It's about how long you do it and how you focus on what you're doing. So you can be doing the same thing for 30 days. There's another person who's doing the same thing for 30 years. You're going to learn a lot more over the course of the 30 years doing the same thing, rather than the person who gave up after 30 days because they didn't see the results that they wanted to see from the person who has already been in the game for years. So you have to stay consistent. You have to stay at it. And you have to keep doing the boring things that will eventually start making you very happy money.
That's great, Michael. Thank you so much. Now, I want to discuss something regarding your story. Why you decide to become an entrepreneur? Because at the end of the day, you are in corporate America, which is they pay you good money. You're very safe, and so why do you trade safetiness for being an entrepreneur, which is something really uncomfortable because in a job you have to be very good at one thing and one specific role. But when you become an entrepreneur and you run your own business, now it's a different ball game. You need to know a little bit of so many things that you like, things that you don't like. You know, in your job you will say, I don't like my job. This is not my job, and you won't do the tasks that you don't like. But when you're an entrepreneur, you start in a business, you have to do tasks that you like, tasks that you don't like, because there is no more resources to pay anybody else. So, what the story? Why you decide to go to from comfortable to uncomfortable?
Well, here, let's unpack that word comfortable and let's unpack that word making a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are in corporate America, are they really making a lot of money? When people are in corporate America, are they really safe? You never know how the market is going to turn. You never know what's going to happen with your team. You never know if there's going to be layoffs or budget cuts. And
Absolutely.
in your perspective of making a lot of money is limited to what the company values you at rather than what you value yourself. So there are a number of reasons why I left corporate America. One, because I didn't feel safe. Two, because six figures wasn't a lot of money. Three, I didn't feel comfortable with the plan that they were giving me. They threw me a bone. I wanted to eat a meal. So that is why I left.
Absolutely. Very
That
good.
is why I left to go to start my own business. Because if I were going to be limited, I wanted to control my limitations myself. I wanted to control my level of comfort. I wanted to control my level of value. And I wanted to control my level of benefits, who I interacted with, and my level of knowledge and intelligence that I needed in order to succeed, which were going to be stymied if I stayed in corporate America.
But then what happened? Do you have any entrepreneur in your family? Do you have did someone in your family told you that that are you crazy? That you should keep your job? That how come you're gonna start and run your business? Or do you have any role model, someone in your family that support you? Say, hey, go for it. We here to support you. So what was also friends? I'm telling you this because when I started to become an entrepreneur. I go on with my friends and talking about business uh and nobody my first business was in property. We managed to sell over 5 million, but I go out and talk with my friends about my business, nobody cares. And then I go out and talk with my family. My parents are teachers, they're professors. My mom is like, don't expand, don't expand. And my dad, want to give me business advice without never own any business. So what was the reaction in your environment and how in terms of becoming an entrepreneur, because there is kind of rare in society, right?
Yeah, no, I had no one to learn from with regards to entrepreneurship. There was no one in my family that was an entrepreneur. I didn't have very many friends who were entrepreneurs. And at the time that I became an entrepreneur, there wasn't the plethora of YouTubes and podcasts that are out there today that can teach you about entrepreneurship. So the thing that most of my friends and family knew was to get a job, do well, get promoted, and retire.
Yeah,
And I was
that
no
that was
different.
what thought also. That was my plan. Yeah, that's what my mom and my dad want me to do. Yeah, I
Exactly.
did it.
So
I went to university, I got a degree. But hey, after you go to corporate and you face exactly like this, that that they don't value enough, or or we think within ourselves that we can do something better, that we can do it in on our own. So what give you the last push? Because you know how many people in corporate America today and all over the world will love to do exactly what you do, because what you did, it takes courage. So where do you find the courage? Where do you find the, because it didn't come from the family. Um, Nobody from your family was encouraging you to become an entrepreneur. Definitely didn't come from your circle of friends. So how do you find the courage?
how did I find the courage to become an entrepreneur, or how do I find the
Yes,
courage?
yes, yes, yes. That's the question. Where do you
Okay.
find the strength, the confidence, and the courage to do it? Because if I go now, I go to all corporate America and I ask everybody, would you like to quit this job and have your own business and design your own life? Everybody would tell me yes, but not so many people have the courage to do it. Because what I told you, it's a safety net. So where do you find the courage then?
Well, I'll be honest, Sarah. I didn't have a choice. I kept getting fired, and I kept putting myself in positions at corporations where after a few years, I either wanted to leave or they wanted me to leave. And they weren't egregious situations. It just wasn't a good cultural fit where I wanted to move on to the next level. I wanted my personality more to shine, and they wanted me to do things and be more technical about certain aspects of the brand that I just didn't find appealing anymore. So I didn't have this huge courage to leave corporate America. I was more desperate that there was something else out there that I should be doing and that I wanted to do other than what I was currently doing. So let me put that a different way. The ideal, the pain was greater than the comfort. If I was more comfortable, I would have stayed. If I was getting promoted, if I felt valued, if I was not overlooked, if they were paying me more, if everything was super cushioned, I probably would have stayed. But because it wasn't, it forced me to leave. So the pain of staying there was so much greater than the comfort of not. And I think that's a lesson to be learned for a lot of people. And that's what I tell to a lot of my clients or prospects who want to work with me. I first analyze, where's your pain level right now? Because if you're not feeling the pain, if you're not feeling the contrasting experience in your life, if you're not feeling the need to want to shift and to do something different and to make a change in your life, then you'll continue to do the same patterns until the water gets too hot. And at that point, that's when we can talk. But anytime before then, you're wasting my time and you're wasting the time of the people around you. You're just having conversations and running around in circles. So I would encourage people to really figure out what's bothering you, what your pain threshold is, and how much is it going to take? How many incidents is it going to take? How many experiences are you not going to like? How much discomfort is it going to be for you to want to shift and do something different in your life?
Michael, but sometimes the worst days in your life become the best day in your life. Because let me tell you something, you were so lucky, because most of the people in corporate, they have a different journey. They pay them good money, they keep them comfortable at a certain level. But then, hey, then when you are advanced, when 10, 15, 20 years, one day they're going to tell you that they don't need you anymore. And you're going to have only one specific job, and or they're going to sell the company. So, but it's actually very little under your control. So this safety net that we all think that the corporate gave us is at the end of the day an illusion. So I think that you've been so lucky, yeah, and that every time that you went to corporate, um, you were uncomfortable there, because now you can design your own life, you can design your own culture, your business. Now you can create your own job, you can create with the clients you like, and you can design your destiny.
Well,
So
here,
congratulations for that.
thank you. But let me kind of throw it back at the audience. Why do people create safety nets?
Absolutely.
People create safety nets because they're scared of getting hurt. So if you remove the fear from your life, if you remove the timidness or the scared or the any type of apprehension, saying, hey, if I no longer feared what's on the other side, if I no longer feared not having a job, if I no longer feared not being able to provide for my family, if I no longer feared what people in my family would think about me, if I really set out and did what I really wanted to do, what exactly would I do in this life? If you remove the fear from any equation, what would actually be your next choice? Because how you act when you have the safety net and you have that fear versus when you're fearless are two completely different people. So yeah, it was a little bit of luck, but also I was in the situation where I was fearless. And that's not something that I can completely, give credit to just happenstance. That was the nature of me. That was the nature of where I wanted to be. And I think that is something that is instilled in every single human being, especially every person who's tuning in to your podcast right now, is there's an element in them because they're listening to you and because they're following you of fearlessness. And so I would challenge everybody to say, what would I do if I was no longer controlled by fear?
Follow us for more on charismatic speaking, leadership, exponential business growth, branding, marketing, strategies designed to help you monetize your knowledge, find true happiness, and manifest your goals and dreams.